Well, I remember always being around family and cousins and friends, so everyone was always at our house and we had a pool, so just really good memories of childhood. We used to do a lot of dancing, so we had a lot of costumes, so we would dress up and sing and dance, and my mum would film us. We would sing and dance in front of the camera, and I was always the one who initiated it, and then obviously my brother and sister joined in, and it was just really fun. Well, it all started probably February, March last year. I started getting these headaches, and silly me, I was just ignoring it and just like, I'll be fine, just carry on with normal life. And then they were getting worse to the point where I couldn't attend uni or work. And I would just stay in bed all day. So I went to my GP and said, look, I'm getting all these symptoms, maybe I should get an MRI. And he was like, oh, no, you don't be silly, you'll be fine. Just go to the chiropractor and he'll fix you up. So because he wasn't worried, I wasn't too worried about it. Anyways, time goes on and these headaches were getting worse and worse. So someone's like, go get an MRI. I'm like, okay. Like told him I want to get an MRI, and he was hesitant, but he did send me off to get an MRI. Anyways, I was feeling better after that, and I was going on holidays to Ely Beach to visit a friend. Anyways, one night, my friend and I were going out for dinner, and I was feeling just awful. My head was excruciating, and then all of a sudden, I collapsed and apparently was convulsing, and lucky there was a paramedic at the restaurant, so he helped me, and they called the ambulance and I got rushed to Ely Beach Hospital, and the nurse was asking me all these questions. They thought I'd been drinking or taken something because I wasn't really conscious, I couldn't really talk. They obviously did scans, and they said, oh, she might have a brain tumour, and I was like, what? Do I have a brain tumour? And they're like, look, we need to do an emergency operation. You have a lot of fluid in your brain, which is not good, and we're going to do everything to save your life. Like it's pretty serious. It was like a life or death situation. They told me.
I'll never forget it. That night, I was on the couch. I get a phone call from my ex-wife. She goes, we're going to Townsville. Simone's got a brain tumour. And it's like your whole world comes crashing down. The doctors rang me and they said, look, your daughter has got a brain tumour. It's serious. We've done a cannula drainage because the cerebral fluid wasn't flowing, and that's all we can do for now.
Yeah, I was really scared at the time, and I just wanted my family with me. Anyways, I got to talk to my mum and my brother, and I just said, I love you, and because I had to get operated straight away, so I just said, spoke to them, and then I went in, and the nurse said, look, she was so nice, and she said, we're going to do everything to save your life, and I'm so grateful for that surgeon who no one was actually working, so he heard my case, and he's like, well, I'm going to fly down from Townsville. He actually was in Townsville at the time, fly down from Townsville to Ely Beach to do this operation because he knew how serious it was. So I'm really grateful that he was there, and he actually came down.
We arrived in Townsville that morning. She was in intensive care. She had a tube down her throat. She looked, when you see your child there, helpless, it's a feeling that you don't really want to have. But she's so strong. and courageous, our little girl. She was amazing.
The next few days, I don't know how long it was because I was unconscious, and put me to sleep, but I woke up in ICU. That's an intensive care unit in a few days, and they were actually very surprised that I was there. And then all I remember, I woke up and my parents were there.
One of the doctors said, look, we're quite surprised your daughter made it because it was very serious what she went through. But she pulled through that. We were so confident that if she could pull through that, she could pull through anything.
When I saw my parents' face, I was just so happy. I think I did start crying. I couldn't talk because I had a tube down my throat. I just remember, I think I just started crying because I was happy, but at the same time a bit traumatised by it all. And it was so good to see familiar faces because I had no, except for my friend. She couldn't come with me to the hospital. They wouldn't allow her to come. So, I was just really happy to see them. And then a week later, they took the tumour out. And they said it was successful and they got everything. Everything went well.
Bad news came that it was a grade 4 tumour, medulloblastoma, which in common terms, it's one of the fastest growing tumours. And it wasn't good news, but we were still confident that we could fight this, that we could beat this.
So 12 months have gone by. I actually have had surgery again. They saw that the tumour was growing and they said it wasn't giving me any problems, but if I left it, it would have caused me problems. I just said, I'd take it out, want it out. Well, it's going to be an ongoing journey. They wanted me to have chemo and radiation, but I've refused a number of times because I just don't believe in that. That's right for me. And I just believe in the treatments that I'm doing, the natural treatments, and I'm feeling fine and happy with, what I'm doing. So, and I believe that I'll be well. So, my uncle is getting a whole group of bike riders together, and they're doing a bike ride from Sydney to Melbourne, to help raise money for me. And I'm so grateful for that and thankful that he has, put all this together. I'm just initially very overwhelmed and very grateful that they're taking a week out of their life to help.
Richard, my brother, an amazing man, has got together a group of guys doing this ride from Sydney to Melbourne to raise money for my daughter Simone because she's been out of work for 2 years. The numerous treatments that we're undergoing and that she has undergone, it's a continual journey. People can help by supporting our cause, getting behind the riders, donating, supporting, just even being part of the team. Like, I'm going to be one of the guys in the vans. We're going to be driving along, it'll be like the Tour de France. This can be a really great occasion, not only for Simone and for the people participating in this ride, but also for other people out there with similar diseases that don't think that they have hope, because you have hope when you believe in what you're doing. One of the biggest things I want to get out of this ride is to make people aware that my daughter, through her courage and her belief, is able to fight this disease and conquer it. I don't know when, but I know in my heart she will. We love her and we support her. Thank you.